Alright, so I was looking at some shit on YouTube. I was working in the garage earlier today, and doing some shit around the house, and I'm looking at this stuff, and I'm looking at these videos, and what the fuck is wrong with people these days? I'm not talking about funny videos and doing stupid shit on purpose and stuff like that. I'm talking about real stuff. Like these fucking these young kids, these young fathers, like, you read these articles, they're fucking killing their own kid or abusing their own kid. What the fuck is your problem? You know what? If you got a kid and don't want him, there's plenty of fucking people out there that would take him. Good families, good couples that can't have kids, whatever. You're better off giving him to a fucking orphanage than fucking killing him. What the fuck is messed up with people? What the fuck is wrong with this young generation? I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be 33 years old in a few months. 2 months. Shit. Getting old. What the fuck is wrong with this generation? My generation and the one after, and this current one that is kind of coming up, the so-called millennials or whatever. I don't even know what this shit is. I don't even get half the shit that people are into nowadays. Even people older than me. I like old cars, going fast, doing burnouts, country music, building shit, remodeling my house. I don't know about all this other shit people are into, Talk about fashion. I wear fucking jeans and a t-shirt. And all the difference is either it's a jeans and a t-shirt for work or it's jeans and a t-shirt for going out. It's the same shit. One's got stains on the jeans and one don't. That's what it is. That's the difference. I guess my life is a little more simple. It's not as complicated. I don't think the same way as these people nowadays. I think I'm in the wrong generation is what I think. I was born way too late, like 40, 50 years too late or some shit. I don't know. But I don't understand people. No one wants to take fucking look at my hair's all fucking crazy, But anyways, people don't want to take fucking responsibility for themselves. No one wants to say, you know what, I fucked up. I gotta lay in the bed that I made. Nobody thinks that way. Everybody thinks of, oh, well, I made a mistake because you did this, or because society set me up like this, or, my mommy didn't do this for me, or my daddy didn't do this for me, blah, 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 and this is why I screwed up. This is why my life is so fucked up. Back in World War II, you've seen shit on the internet and news, whatever. There was 18-year-old young men jumping out of boats going into Normandy and knowing that they were probably not going to make it home. They knew going in they weren't going to make it home. Now we got these 18-year-olds who they're offended because you don't like their fucking purple hair, or because they got their pants sagging around their fucking ass. I mean, do you have any sense of what's like? I mean, what are you so fucking offended of? What is? I mean, you get your hair fucking pink. What the fuck you think people are gonna do? Not look at you? You're obviously doing it so people look at you. Otherwise, you wouldn't fucking do it. I mean, take some fucking responsibility for yourself. Grab your fucking nuts and fucking go live life. Get a fucking job. Just because you got a fucking degree don't make you fucking smart. Just because you got a fucking degree doesn't mean you deserve the job. Because the truth is, I'll tell you what, there's two type of people that have to get degrees. Okay? There's one, you have to have a degree to do the type of job. And what that comes down to is you have to go to law school to be a lawyer. You have to understand the details behind laws and how they're developed, and that's beyond my knowledge. I don't know all that shit. I don't know. It's not my expertise. You have to go to extensive schooling to understand, we'll just generalize it, the medical field. Whether a nurse, doctor, specialist, therapist, so on and so forth. You can't just learn by cutting some person's heart open and say, oh, screwed that one up. We've already gone through that over the last 2,000 years of medical, research and whatever. Okay, we've figured a lot of that out. We can't. You have to learn that shit so you don't have to go through it again and figure it out. Jobs like that, you have to get knowledge of this. But there's so many jobs that I see, so-called you need a degree for. Okay, oh, I need a degree to do this and that or whatever. If you would have just got the job and learned on the job from experience, you would be far better. Because when you go to school, they teach you this, and this is from my experience of what I've seen from people. They teach you this generalized information. You take this information, and that's supposed to prepare you to do the job. Now, you don't have experience to do the job, but you have this so-called degree that is supposed to prepare you to do it. But then you get in there, in the position, and you have to start at the bottom after, let's just average it out, 4 years of school. Okay? You're in debt. You don't have experience, so you're still starting at the bottom. And you have to learn from experience on the job before you get into a better position, making more money. So wouldn't it have just been better to just go get the fucking job and then work your way up? And it's not only the student's fault. It's like the society, the mentality of you have to go to school to be able to have a degree to go and get this job. When in reality, it would have been better to hire the person with no experience and nothing, just basic knowledge of, or I should say basic education, high school education, and then teach them the job itself, on the job learning. It just seems so much more realistic and efficient. But see, the thing is that these young people, including people my age, they don't understand school, college, even high school, and now, from what I see, even getting into younger middle school, grade school, they're brainwashing you into this is what you need to do. But if you look at everything that they push you towards, it's all putting you into debt. It's all putting you into debt so that you become the slave for the rest of your life, paying it back. And then how many people go back to school when they find out they can't get the job that they originally thought they were going to get, and they're going to be, oh, I'm going to get this job. And then you hear these people talking about if you go to any college place where there's college students, a bar, social gathering, even family members speaking at a gathering of some sort, whatever, and you hear them talk, and you ask them what they want to do and what they're doing, and they're in school, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm in school, blah, 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 I'm taking this and I'm taking that, and then when I'm done with that, I'm going to go transfer to this school, and I'm going to take 2 years of that, and I'm going to go ahead and get my expialidocious degree, and then I'm going to totally go right into this other school, and I'm going to go straight 2 years, and I'm going to do this other degree. And all I hear is ching, 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 ching. Damn, your bank account looks like shit. You know, ask a college student. Not saying that all of them are stupid. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying. There's some very smart people that go to school and take advantage of this knowledge, the knowledge available, and really take it for what it's worth and run with it. But there's so many more that don't get it. So what are you going to do with all this debt? Even if you're a fucking doctor, you're going to be fucking working. Okay, so you got your degrees in your medical field, blah, blah, blah. Then you got to do your intern stuff or what do you call it, like residency stuff. I don't know all the, the terminology for it. You got to do all that. Then, hopefully you stick with the job, or you got rich parents. But did anybody say, hey, are you sure you want to do this, or are you just going after this pipe dream that's been fed to you through all these years of going to school and the media and how you supposedly have to go to college to be successful and all this shit? Ask these college students. Do you understand the difference between a savings account and a money market account? Do you understand how to write a check? And most of them will tell you, oh, well, I don't need to write a check. I just pay my bills online. Well, yeah, I get that. But what about if that's not an option? You still need to have the knowledge of what you're doing, writing a check. It is called a checking account. They don't even understand how a credit card works. They don't understand that you're paying around, just for argument's sake, 20 to 25% of interest compounded on a daily average balance. They have no fucking clue what they're talking about. And they don't understand the difference between that and then simple interest. These are basic life experience. Just, you should know this shit. If you have a fucking degree from a university, you should know basic things like that, basic financial things like that to get through life. You should understand what is involved in purchasing a vehicle or purchasing a home, or how basic financing works, or how bank accounts work. It blows my mind that these young people who are so-called educated are so fucking stupid. And I'm just saying the truth. I'm not a politically correct person. My job is I dig in fucking sewers. Okay? That's what I do. And people think, oh, you work in shit all day. That's a shitty job. Yeah, I make probably 3 times as much as you do with your degree. I make more than you do with your degree on unemployment during the wintertime when we're off work. While I'm working on my house and relaxing and playing with my car and having time off and doing things with my kid, and I have unbelievable insurance. Anyways, that has no. You know what? I don't want to say that I'm better than anybody. I think I've done well for myself. I'm pretty comfortable with what I'm comfortable in my life. I don't really have that much to really worry about. But anyways, it just bothers me this society, these young people, in the way that they're coming up, and knowing that they're going to be the future. I hope that there's more people out there that actually think a little bit more and question. They question what's going on. Maybe they're wrong, maybe they're right, doesn't matter. But just because there's a group of people protesting doesn't mean that they're protesting for the right thing. Do they know what the fuck they're protesting for? When you start asking them questions, do they really know what the deal is? Or have they just been brainwashed because one person thinks this and they all follow along like a bunch of sheep? Because it's like the right thing to do is to protest. But what the fuck are you protesting for? Are you protesting for your rights? Are you protesting for something better in society? What are you protesting for? Do you have all the knowledge before you go out and protest? Have you done your research before you make a decision whether something is right or wrong? Fucking dog. Snoring like a fucking lazy dog. And then, you know, you have these people where they have, you know, it's so easy to just put yourself in debt. Oh, I'll just pay this off slowly. You know, if you were to just take some time, maybe a month, 2 months, put some money away, save money to purchase something that you want, and it's paid for. Done. You have it. You had to sacrifice some time, but you have it free and clear. No, you just go ahead and put it on the credit card, and then you pay for it for the next 3 years. But you have it now. Well, if you figure out how much interest you pay on that item that you purchased, you've probably spent 6 months working and trying to pay this bill versus just waiting 2 months and buying it free and clear. But now you have this debt, so you have to work. Now you can't go buy the other thing that you wanted or that you needed because you bought this, and now your credit limit is maxed out or whatever the situation is. You know, it's things like that and I don't really have a subject for this video. It's just me thinking and talking out loud and questioning. Does anybody else see this? Does anybody else question this? Does anybody else say, what the fuck is going on with people? I mean, I'm not the only one. I mean, I'm not no genius. I'm just a working man, paying for my house, paying my bills. You know, I like to have a little fun in the garage and mess around with shit and build stuff. I'm no genius, but if someone tells me, oh, we're going to go protest, fuck Trump, or yeah, Hillary, or vice versa, whatever, but why is it that you feel this way? What is the reason that you think this is the right thing or this is the wrong thing? Or maybe you're right, but why is this, you know? Why do you want me to join you in protesting? Well, because that's what everybody's doing. And, you know, all the Trump protesters. Oh, he's a racist and this and that. Why? Because he talks kind of like because he's not necessarily politically correct. He's racist? No, I don't really think that. Now, is Hillary the devil? I think she's a little bit more talk and not enough do. You know, that's, you know, a little more show and not enough go. But that's my opinion. You know, whatever. I mean, I don't care what you think or whatever you think is right, as long as it doesn't affect me or my family, my kid, or whatever. As long as it's not affecting that, I don't really care what you want to do with your life. It don't matter. I'm all for everybody's rights to do what you think is right for yourself. But do you really know what your opinion is? Do you have anything to back it up to say this is why I think it's right? And when you question people, they get mad. Like, why are you questioning me? I'm questioning you to understand. That's how people learn, by asking questions. And it seems like young people these days, they don't ask questions. Like there's something wrong with asking a question. Like you're supposed to just take the knowledge that has been told to you and that's the right thing. Don't question it. Just protest. Well, I don't know. Something just doesn't seem right there. You want me to do something? Give me an explanation. Give me some details of why I should do this. And then, if it makes sense, I'll follow along with you. I'm all for trying to make things better, but does it make sense? Or are you just jumping on the bandwagon without even knowing what the fuck is going on? So, I don't want to go and make this, I could, turn this shit into like, a 3-hour video of me just throwing out my thoughts and things like that. And I didn't even take any time in collecting any thoughts here or focusing on one specific subject. I'm just throwing shit out there and seeing, what do you think? What's your view on this? Does anybody agree with me? Or am I like this lone wolf out here? Because I'm sure there's someone else, there's got to be plenty of people out there that agree with me, or at least can relate. We have some kind of common view here that something is screwed up and not making sense, and we're not getting anywhere to solve the problem. We're not clicking here. We're like this instead of being like this, like we're not doing this. We're like this, whatever. I think that's the end of it there. But let me know what you think. I would really like some comments. It seems like I got some other crazy, stupid videos, and I get some dumbass comments. But I mean, real talk here. What do you think? Anybody relate to this? Anybody see my point of view here? You don't have to agree with me. And I'm not mad at you if you don't agree with me, because I'm not going to go protest because you don't agree. People that disagree, I think if you can be mature enough and I guess if you only get mad when someone disagrees with you because because you're not really confident in what you think, or they made sense in their view, and it really kind of maybe cracks your foundation of your opinion. I think that's when people get mad. But it's different about getting passionate and getting mad. But anyways, so I'm going to leave it there. You guys have a good evening, and take care. Be safe.